Inside Michigan Football is presented by Meyer.
That is one of the all-time greatest wins against our in-state rivals, Michigan State. And you did it in dominant fashion. Yep. Left no doubt. Left no doubt. I know how much it meant to every guy here.
Hi again, friends, and welcome to another edition of Inside Michigan Football. Doug Carson, John Jansen in Spartan Stadium following the Wolverines' 49-0 victory over Michigan State. Wolverines played well.
Yeah, they played well in every facet of the game. And whenever you get a chance against a rival to put up 49 and get your first shutout of the year, that's a damn good day.
Well, let's go to the first half highlights. Michigan took the opening kick. First play, sweep left, Blake Corum, 7 yards.
Yeah, you see Ladarius Anderson gets out front of this one, does a great job of getting in the way, and hey, us big guys, we love hitting little guys, and he does a nice job of leading the way for Blake.
So this is a 3rd and 14, and here's JJ improvising, and he finds A.J. Barner, who had a huge night for 21 yards.
When you have a quarterback that can extend, and we're going to be a broken record tonight and really all season long, but the ability to extend plays and then find guys downfield, they're starting to compete as receivers and tight ends, as pass catchers, for who can get open or stay open the longest.
Here's Cornelius Jansen on the near sideline for 11 yards.
Yeah, I mean, CJ, we go right down the list of receivers tonight as the guys that have given JJ good options.
This was the best third down defense of the country, Michigan State, and this is the 3rd and 4. Roman Wilson for 25 yards on a crossing route.
Yeah, early on in the game, you mentioned the way that Michigan State played on third downs. Michigan was 5 of 5 of being able to convert, and when you come out and your first 3 drives end in touchdowns, and they're 10, 11, 12 play drives, you're extending them, and you are just crushing your opponent's will.
And here is that touchdown. On the first drive, Blake Corum from a yard out. It was 7-0. Here's the Spartans' first possession. This is the second 8. Braden McGregor makes a play.
Yeah, Braden McGregor, he was all over the field tonight.
Michigan State now 4th and 2, and the Wolverines defense comes up with a big stop.
Yeah, I mean, hey, 4th and 2, and you only give up 1 yard. When we talk about complete performance, when you can stop a team in a situation like that, again, it just leads to the dominance that they had tonight.
All right, so the Wolverines now, this is at their own 49, a 15-yarder to A.J. Barner, who had a career night. And now, let's go to Jansen vision for a 3rd and 14, and a great example of the wide blockers.
Yeah, the wide blockers and the ability to get the ball to Donovan Edwards, who's in the backfield here. He's going to go in motion, and they're going to get him the ball out in space. And the entire goal is that they have now 3 guys. You've got Colston Loveland, Roman Wilson, and Tyler Morris. And they're going to all match up on every one of these guys, and it's easier said than done. And sometimes what happens is, hey, you see a guy right here, all of a sudden he may get to the edge. You got to be able to move your feet, stay in front, and if he gets too far, you let him go. But again, you've got all he sees is maize and blue right here. You got a nice alley to get up in there, and he is a shoelace away from breaking this one big time.
That's a great conversion on 3rd and long, and that set up this touchdown pass, J.J. McCarthy to Roman Wilson for Roman's 10th touchdown of the season.
Yeah, I mean, he's been having a great year, but the ability to find Roman time and time again, knowing that the ball is going there and defenses still can't stop it.
14-0 Michigan. The Spartans on their ensuing possession, they go 3 and out. Michigan gets the ball back. Here's a 3rd and 8. JJ finds Colston Loveland for 15 yards. The tight ends were huge Saturday night.
Tight ends were huge. Between Colston Loveland, 2 touchdowns, 4 catches. A.J. Barner, 1 touchdown, 8 catches. I mean, they were a huge part of this offense.
First quarter turns to second, and a couple of Blake Corum runs. They would get a first down as Blake goes for 5 and 5 more. And here's that man again, the transfer from Indiana, 11 yards and another first down for A.J. Barner.
A.J. did a great job of being able to find those open areas in the defense. And anytime J.J. was able to get outside the pocket, he did a great job of just settling down and finding the spot.
This is a 2nd and 18. Michigan gets a free play when the Spartans jump off sides, and J.J. finds Colston Loveland to make it 21-0.
Finds him with a laser beam.
Here's Michigan State with a 3rd and 4, and Mikey Sanristo comes up with a pass breakup, turns his head right in time to knock this one away.
Yeah, and as the ball's in the air, you'll see Mikey makes up the ground, gets up to the receiver, and if he doesn't turn to look, might get called for pass interference. Great technique, great execution.
All right, here's another 3rd down, and we go to Jansen vision.
Yeah, and I want you to see how the defense is trying to create numbers. So you've got 4 guys right here on this side of the ball for 3 blockers. So you've got an overload situation. And right here, you've got 3, including the running back, for 3 rushers on this side. And this is where you start to get into trying to create numbers. All of a sudden, that line decides that they're going to take and shift everybody this way. And you have now 3 guys only blocking 2 rushers as this play starts to roll. And now you've got over here, you've got 2 guys blocking 3. That's a way that Jesse Minter is creating the advantage. You get guys that win one-on-one, but you also are putting them in position to be successful.
Wolverines get the football back, and A.J. Barner, broken record, for 7 yards. And then Blake Corum, this is a 3rd and 1, and he gets a 1st down. Michigan 6 of 7 on 3rd downs at this point. And here's J.J. This is a 16-yard scramble, and I know Jim Harbaugh doesn't want him to take hits, but he's good with his feet.
He's good with his feet, and whether he's extending plays or picking up yardage with his feet, he's an unbelievable weapon right now for this offense.
All right, look at this throw to Colston Loveland to make it 28-0.
You know, I mentioned it earlier on that first touchdown to Colston. It was a laser beam. This one, it literally almost skims the helmet. I mean, it is such a tight window that JJ is throwing into right now that these guys, it takes a lot of concentration to be able to catch them as well.
And Colston just catches everything. So 28-0. Defense wasn't done. Josiah Stewart shot out of a cannon for a sack here.
Little game with Mike Barrett. Now Josiah Stewart comes around, and when you have the quickness and acceleration, this is exactly why a quarterback can't get the ball off, even though he sees it coming.
The Wolverines left some points on the board at the end of the first half, but they had to be happy going in 28-0.
Yeah, I know Donovan wanted a chance to get in the end zone again, but hey, it wasn't to be.
All right, so we have second half highlights coming up, and later we'll go inside the Michigan locker room and hear from Jim Harbaugh here on Inside Michigan Football. Inside Michigan Football is brought to you by Meijer, presenting sponsor of the 2023 Michigan football season and proud supporter of thousands of local sports teams across the Midwest.
To all the former Wolverines that put on that winged helmet and everything to this team, because we work so hard. It's such a special group. We love each other. I mean, top down, from Coach Harbaugh to some of our scout team guys. It just means the world, and I'm just happy we were able to do it.
Michigan led 28-0 against Michigan State at the half. Spartans got the football to start half number 2, and we pick up second half highlights with Mason Graham with a big TFL.
Yeah, Mason Graham, I mean, his ability to accelerate and dominate up front. We saw him at the nose, at the defensive tackle. We even saw him on the edge position.
Here's a 4th and 8. Michigan State, any chance they had probably ended right here.
It evaporated.
This is the 4th pick 6 by the Michigan defense. They have more touchdowns in the secondary than opposing quarterbacks have completed to his own receivers. Sanristo goes 72 yards to make it 35-0.
Yeah, and this play was reviewed. It was confirmed. His knee didn't touch the ground. He didn't go out of bounds. And when you watch this, if you watch this game back and you see this play happen in the moment, there's great blocking down the field. And I know Michael Barrett had a pancake block. I think it was on the quarterback, and I think he actually got up and pancaked him again. It's the dominance of and the teamwork that this team has.
35-0 at this point. Michigan State 3rd and 1. Here's Ernest Hausman with a 4-yard TFL.
Hey, speed and athleticism is what Ernest Hausman has brought to this defense.
Okay, this was quite a sequence. Here's Blake Corum. He goes for 17 yards. There were 2 15-yard penalties for Michigan State on this play alone. They followed that up with a 15-yard face mask. Suddenly, Michigan's knocking on the door, and it leads to this, an 11-yard touchdown pass to A.J. Barner.
Yeah, I mean, hey, tight end, you're in the red zone, and here's where this is really going to pay off: is the threat that your tight ends are in the red zone. 2 touchdowns to Colston Loveland, 1 to A.J. Barner, but all of them in that red zone area becomes a huge threat.
Barner had more catches and yards in this game than he'd had all year coming into this game. 42-0. Derek Moore, the Michigan defense, flexing its muscle. Here's a sack.
I mean, his ability to get off the ball, I've talked about this before, his explosion, but it's really his use of hands. As soon as he gets that tackle to turn sideways, knocks his hands down, gets him to lunge, and it's an easy sack after that.
Look at this play, tackle for loss. Braden McGregor gets it, but Cam Good could have had it. Jaden McBurrows could have had it. Michigan was dominating up front.
It was. They were all over the place.
All right, first play of the fourth quarter. Here's the freshman wide receiver, Samaj Morgan, making things happen.
Samaj does a great job of attacking a defense, even if nothing's there. We saw it on his touchdown last week, and even here, he's attacking the defense at all times.
And here's Jack Tuttle over the middle, 24 more yards to Samaj Morgan. Not a big guy, tough, good with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, tough as they come, and he's always trying to make a play.
All right. After some penalties, Michigan's backed up. Here's Marlon Klein's first career catch.
It's great to see him out there, back healthy. He's been questionable, he's been out. Now we knew he was going to be back tonight. To see him get in the tight end party.
And the depth on the defensive line, TJ Guy with a sack here.
I mean, we talk about the rally group, we talk about the starters, and there's really no difference. I mean, if you're looking at the future, it's really exciting no matter what level you're looking at.
Here's a 3rd and 11, speaking of the future. Fred Moore with this catch. He actually comes up short of the first down, but another one of those guys that will be making an impact to the future. In the future, Spartans get the ball back. Jaden McBurrows, this was a popular interception on the Michigan sideline.
I asked Jim Harbaugh about it. He addressed the team after the game about it and what this meant, and you could see as soon as this happened, the sideline erupted for the year that he's gone through, the moment that they had last year in the big house, and to have that happen, hey, right place, right time. Sometimes things happen for a reason.
Fake jet sweep here with Alex Orji, who goes up the middle and almost scores.
Yes, a tremendous athlete at quarterback.
And eventually he does score on this 5-yard touchdown run. Michigan wins 49-0 in East Lansing. We'll go into the Michigan locker room next and hear from the head coach, Jim Harbaugh, here on Inside Michigan Football.
The game plan was just to come out, dominate, stay, keep the main thing the main thing. We didn't come here looking to, revenge, to fight nobody. We just came to just, like I said, just handle business.
We don't just come out here on Saturdays and play. It's a lot of work and preparation that, a lot of people don't see throughout the week. And credit to the coaching staff and strength staff for getting us ready.
Our conversation with the coach is brought to you by Meyer.
Congratulations to all the players, all the coaches, all the staff. That was the best we played so far this season. It was one heck of a game, and so many great storylines in the game. Drop back passing of J.J. McCarthy, the play of the tight ends was just completely dominant, catching the ball downfield, all the way to Jaden McBurrows getting an interception. I mean, that just meant so much to the team. German Green getting a big tackle at the end. Thought our offensive and defensive lines played extremely well. Just played great across the board. A real buzzsaw.
So let's talk about J.J. McCarthy.
There was just no stopping him. The way he was throwing the football tonight and moving and getting out of trouble, I mean, magician-like at times. Just one of his best games. I know we say that every single week, but he was just so locked in, so aware of everything that was going on. It looked like he was playing in slow motion. Looked like the game had slowed down in his mind to that. Just can't say enough great things about him, and the receivers making plays and tight ends making plays. It was terrific. A.J. Barner's really asserting himself, and Colson Loveland is. They didn't look like they could be covered tonight. I mean, it was just great play by them.
And the pick six in the second half, Mikey Samerstill, that had to be, I know you guys were smiling on the sidelines as you were watching him take it back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got a special place in the heart for Mikey. No player we love more than Mike Samerstill. And to see him that's his second pick six of the season. So good, so proud. Congratulations to all the players and the coaches.
What did you see from, and I tell you what, we just got done talking about Mikey Samerstill. Mikey, what was it like on your second pick six of the season?
It felt great. the game plan that Coach Minter had for us was a great one. All week we're executing, playing fast, not worrying about anything. When I saw the Rockets set formation, wide splits, I knew it was either going to be wide release out or wide release switch vertical. I jammed my receiver at the top of the route, saw the ball thrown. I knew once it was in there, I was like, that's mine. Nobody's catching this but me. Caught the ball, saw the end zone, and that was on. Like I was gonna score.
Oh, congratulations, Mike. That was it was a hell of a play, and congratulations on the second one of the year.
Great job, Mike.
Coach, I do want to get back to you because you had 28 first downs offensively.
And I gotta give my daughter Addie Harbaugh a shout out. First quarter grades just came back, all A's.
All A's?
All A's.
Right, congratulations. All right. In the running for valedictorian?
And they won their first round of the playoffs in field hockey, too. So we're rolling.
On and off the field. Well,
Thank you.
But defensively, only giving up 10 first downs. I mean, it was a dominant performance. We talk about the offense a lot, but defensively, it was just as dominant.
Yeah, there was, I want to say 4 or 5 3-and-outs. Had 3 in a row in the first half. But we were getting them in third down every series, every possession they had. We were getting them in third down. They converted some, but yeah, when you can play most of the game in third and long, I mean that's a heck of a job.
And just the last thing I'll ask you, what's it mean to be able to come to East Lansing and get a win like this?
It was just it was a single mindset by the team. That was all they. If you want to talk about anything else, I mean, don't bother, because it's just about Michigan State and coming up here and getting prepared and executing and playing the best we can. And we got a little saying that what you do speaks so loudly we can't even hear what you're saying. So I thought the guys did a tremendous job of keeping their focus, staying strong, and they were on a mission today.
Well, Coach and Addie, congratulations.
Thank you very much, John.
This week's Elro Steel Man of the Week is J.J. McCarthy. The junior QB has never looked more in command of this Michigan offense. 20 for 26, 276 yards, 3 touchdowns, and that was just the first half. He added a career-high 4th touchdown pass early in the third quarter to complete a masterful performance.
I definitely felt like I was in flow for sure. You know, it all starts with the offensive line. They gave me so much time back there, and the receivers were getting open all the time. So I just feel like with that being the foundation, and then the play calling was just unbelievable, and we executed great. So, you know, it was just everything was coming pretty easy.
The Wolverine defense has been close this year and finally got its coveted shutout.
To do it in this game against, a rival team, it means a lot, and that's just a huge credit to the coaches for the game plan they had for us. All week they prepared us. They made sure that, there was nothing out there that, Michigan State was going to run that we weren't going to be ready for.
It's awesome. I'm happy for, Coach Minter and the defensive staff. They deserve this. They should have had this a couple weeks ago. So to get it against, a rivalry, in-state rivalry, feels amazing, feels a whole lot better, going into the bye week. But, we defense left it all out there today.
That's now 20 consecutive Big Ten wins by the Wolverines, setting a program record, breaking the old mark that was set back in 1992. And they've knocked off 5 Big Ten foes this year by a combined 229-31. Let that sink in. For Inside Michigan Football, I'm Ed Kingersky.
And that was our goal, bringing Paul back, just keeping him here, I guess, and thought just a dominant performance on both sides of the ball. Obviously, there's going to be a lot to clean up during this next bye week, but hell of a win. Everyone did an outstanding job, and on to the next one.
We run the state of Michigan. Paul Brandon means a lot to us. Paul Brandon means a lot to the university. So having that, stay home right where it's at. Staying in our trophy case, it's amazing. We never have to give up a trophy.
All right, Inside Michigan Football. The team has the week off, but Jim Harbaugh has called that in the past Improvement Week.
We've had Improvement Mondays, now we've got Improvement Week, and early on in the season, this team was able to get better because young players got reps in games. Now this is going to be another week where you're going to be able to take a lot of that film and a lot of that experience and have some coaching moments on the field.
And then Purdue comes to the Big House for the next game. Thoughts on the Boilermakers?
New coach. They're 2-5 right now. They're in a transition period. They lost their quarterback. They lost their #1 receiver. We saw them in the Big Ten championship game last year. It's a completely different team.
And then things really crank up.
Oh, yes.
Crank up.
I know. I can't wait. Hey, a trip to Happy Valley, Ohio State. I mean, and obviously Maryland.
Maryland's no joke.
Yeah, no.
All that coming up on Inside Michigan Football. We'll see you next week. Inside Michigan Football is brought to you by Meijer, presenting sponsor of the 2023 Michigan football season.